National news over the battle for the purse strings, and tonight the county remains in financial control.
A judge today temporarily blocked a state watchdog group from taking control until he decides whether the move is legal. News 12 Long Island's Lily Stolzberg has more.
The drama plaguing Nassau County's finances played out in state Supreme Court today as county attorneys battled it out against LIPA, the state watchdog agency that took control of Nassau's finances. Today, Judge Arthur Diamond temporarily blocked LIPA from taking control while he considers whether the takeover was legal.
The clock would be set to pre-control period, so the county government would function as normal.
And another plus for the county, the judge ruled that while he makes his decision, the county will not have to submit a revised budget by next week, something NIFA demanded. Now, while both sides await the judge's decision, county officials tell us that they will be meeting with NIFA shortly to discuss what to do next about the county's finances. One of the issues on the table, raises for county union workers that are set to go in effect April 1st. CSEA union president Jerry Larracuda says NIFA has the power to order a wage freeze that could affect 7,000 county employees he represents.
We fear most is that NIFA is allowed to freeze our wages and our contracts while we're in the middle of a rescue plan to help the county out since 2009. We saved the county $50 million in between 9, 10, and 11 in union concessions, and we're still in the middle of that.
For her part, Mary Savino of Garden City is hoping NIFA is given the chance to fix the county's finances.
The county has been in such disarray for such a long period of time that this may be the only option that they can have in order to try to right what's been wrong for so long.
But Gay Rowley of Hempstead thinks the battle in court is a waste.
So going to court, that's spending more money that the taxpayers again have to come out of their pocket.
In Mineola, Lily Stolzberg, News 12 Long Island.
The judge did indicate that he will make a decision by March 31st, a day before the union raises are to take effect.
Members after they picketed his son's funeral.
There have now been weeks of protests in Wisconsin as their governor goes head-to-head with public sector unions over their bargaining rights and benefits. Similar battles are now being waged in Ohio and New Jersey, and that has a lot of people asking, will it happen here in New York? Tonight, Jill Wagner takes a closer look.
After 40 years on the job, the last thing you expect is now you're going to have problems.
But problems are brewing. John Ronaldo of Plainview works for Nassau County in the Parks Department. He and his co-workers are keeping a close eye on Wisconsin, where the governor has declared war on public unions like his. There's been finger pointing and protests in Madison as Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker tries to balance the budget and strip collective bargaining rights from public unions.
It's not just Wisconsin, it's all over the place. Everything seems to be up in the air.
And here in New York, where the financial situation is even worse.
We need radical reform.
Governor Cuomo has sounded the alarm, but insists collective bargaining rights are safe.
I am a long-term supporter of the labor movement.
But still, analysts say what's happening in Wisconsin could have a big impact on public workers here in New York.
The unions understand that this is a year that they're going to have to give back. There's a lot of pressure to get savings, both in the pension area, in the health care area, in wages.
Levy says the pressure comes from voters who work in the private sector and see public employees taking home similar paychecks, but paying little or nothing for health care.
I think they should, contribute. Everyone else certainly has to.
All of America should have some sort of benefits, health benefits, a way to be secure in their old age.
And then there's public worker pensions. Unlike a 401k plan, when profit projections for pensions aren't met, taxpayers make up the difference. The nonpartisan group Empire Center for New York State Policy says taxpayers will have to kick in staggering amounts of money in the next 5 years. One example, teacher pensions. The group estimates taxpayer costs will jump from about $900 million to about $4.5 billion by 2016.
If we keep going the direction we're going, it's going to lead to bankruptcy to all of these local governments.
Going forward, there'll have to be concessions.
The head of Nassau's largest union says he's willing to negotiate, but there's little wiggle room for those like Ronaldo, who've already put in years on the job.
Any changes that you wanted to make to benefits as far as health care or pensions would have to be for those that haven't arrived yet.
A line in the sand, but with costs exploding. How long can taxpayers afford the bill? Jill Wagner, News 12 Long Island.
Most of the union contracts here on Long Island are negotiated until 2015. And Jill has more on her blog.